In the Christian West, Christmas is a time when we celebrate the birth of Jesus. It's also a time when we celebrate the life of one of the earliest Christians, who is often called St. Nicholas. This man, good old St. Nick, has over time morphed into another person who is loved by children of all ages. And by that I mean Santa Claus. We here this evening are surrounded by a whole legion of Santas who, judging from their laughter and the gleam of goodness in their eyes, are looking forward with great anticipation to performing the work of love that Santa brings about, often merely by his presence. But people don't become great Santa Clauses and Mrs. Clauses without instruction, nor can they do so without cultivating a spirit of love for the children they meet as they go about doing their rounds. That's why we need to have an organization like the St. Nicholas Institute and the Charles W. Howard Santa School in Midland, Michigan, the oldest continuously operating Santa school in the world. Charlie Howard was an American actor who specialized in playing Santa, and he founded the school in 1936. Now, it's worth noting that from 1949 to 65, Charlie Howard was the featured Santa at Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade, making him perhaps the most visible Santa in the United States. Since its founding, the Charles W. Howard Santa School has seen a number of graduates rise to what now must be in the thousands. Charlie Howard died in 1966, but the school lives on in the town of Midland, Michigan. Since 1987, Mr. Tom VALENT has been in charge of that school. Each year, Tom spends his time bringing magic and gladness to children of all ages. And joining him in promoting the true spirit of Christmas is his very own Mrs. Claus, Holly. As a Santa of the highest integrity and ability, Tom VALENT's work in the red suit has brought joy to children everywhere. He is a renowned educator of Santas. His classes have become the backbone of Santa instruction around the world.
Now, the reason why it's important that you learn to do this is because you're the most photographed people in the world.
The Charles W. Howard Santa Claus School is the world's oldest Santa Claus school. It is here to help Santas become Santa.
Ow.
We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas.
The Santa Claus School teaches the Santas how to build that Santa spirit in their heart.
What'd you do?
It's not how far you go in life.
It's who you walk with.
Who you walk with.
That's nice.
Somewhere around 5,000 Santas have come through the Santa School since 1986. This year we've had 200 Santas at Santa School, and 25% of those were Mrs. Clauses.
Santa Ed and
You have to be over
Mrs.
here behind me. Yeah.
Santa Ed and Mrs. Claus
You
Karen.
have to be over here behind me.
Guys, look! He's dressed up as Santa!
What hit me was that the kids won't remember what they got for Christmas, but they're going to remember their visit with Santa.
I wouldn't change a thing with it.
If that natural hair is taken care of, it can look really good. And so can a real natural hair from a wig master. But you know, a lot of these fellows are from my generation, the hippie generation, so they had that hair back when they were younger, so they just bring it back.
It wasn't until I became Santa Claus that I actually grew up. My DNA changed. DNA stands for December Nice Attitude.
Santa Jerry has fun in life, so I'm sure he has fun being Santa.
Yeah, baby!
He's a character.
You gotta put a helmet on.
You leave your ego in the sleigh. So everyone is more heart-centered, and they offer their experiences or tricks to help you become a better Santa. Because you never learn it all. I'm not worthy the simple grasshopper. Each year I pick out one or two other rookie Santas and give them tips on how to be the best Santa they can be.
Part of what I was asking him about was the kids that are afraid of you and how you deal with that.
Now if they're standing, they're above you. Their blood pressure is going to drop.
Learning the Santa spirit and going through the process we do makes you understand that there really is a Santa Claus. There's a Santa Claus spirit, and that spirit is in all 200 of these students that are here today.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is my great pleasure and honor to introduce to you Tom and Holly Valent, winners of this year's Love for Children Award.
Tom and I are honored to be humbled by this recognition with such amazing people. And it's been such a privilege to be married to a true St. Nicholas Santa Claus for 43 years. I've loved him every day of those 43 years.
Yeah, tomorrow's their anniversary. 43 years.
But as some of you know, I just went through a year and a half of cancer treatments for stage 3 colon cancer. And, you know, there were some hard times, but one of the most wonderful things was telling my doctors that I had hundreds of Santas and St. Nicholases all over the world praying for me. And it got me through a lot of times. I mean, we have a big family and lots of friends, but I knew I had all the St. Nicholases and the Santa Clauses, and it brought me through Christmas and the whole year. So thank you so much. It's a powerful brotherhood, and thank you so much for that. But first of all, I also want to say I love Dr. Ben and Candy Carson. You are the most wonderful people. This is worth winning than any award. I love you. You do wonderful things. Thank you. Go ahead, John.
Holy peppermint sticks, how am I going to follow that? Hey, number one, I'm really humbled to be up here with all these super people. I just met John and Christine, Holly and I did, and we're now best friends. You're my best friend now, John. I said, you know, he's the motivational speaker. Says, John, what should I do? I didn't know we were supposed to speak tonight. He says, be brief. And about 2 minutes later, I said, John, what are we supposed to do? Be brief. And, well, how can I when I spent hours and hours listening to my other best friend, Mr. Dr. Ben. You know, I listened to him for the last couple years, and I want to tell you I loved everything I heard, and I think you really changed the country for the better. Thank you very much. So, I put all that time in listening to Dr. Ben so I can get another couple minutes up here. And being a Santa Claus is a privilege, as these gentlemen can tell you. It's a great privilege. It's a privilege and an honor to portray that image of Santa. Here we are getting to talk to 5-year-olds and whatever age they are, 105-year-olds, and they come to you and they have that spirit in them. They wait in lines and out in the cold, and they come in to visit with Santa, and it's a wonderful thing. I can go on and on about Santa and what it takes to be a good Santa. I'm just humbled to be part of the Santa Claus School and to be here to accept this recognition. I just want to thank everyone very much.
Thank you.